Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the Counterculture. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. You can go through my previous videos and see what I'm about, right? And consider subscribing. So welcome back to this channel. Today I'm going to be giving a life update basically, and I'm just going to be talking about things I've been going through recently. And the reason why I decided to do this is because I recently got my first hate comment, so to speak, like me, hate comment, right? And the person commented on one of my videos that I'd done a while back, and the person said, oh, because I was talking about the cost of following Jesus and it was sell everything, and the person was saying, oh, I'm sitting in my nice chair looking all nice with books at my back on my bookshelf like I've never read, or something funny like that. And I saw it and I smiled. First of all, I smiled at because I'm like, me. Somebody's hating, like giving me a not so nice comment. Well, like, yay, look at me now. So, but I decided to do this because it can increasingly feel like, oh, you're perfect and you're sitting down, you're one of the people that sit down on this side of the camera talking to people and saying exactly what you feel and how you think, or your level of growth in Christ and all of that. And it might feel like, oh, this person is all perfect, doesn't have challenges and whatnot. Well, I'm not here to reel out the challenges that I've been going through, but I just felt it was important to be able to show that I'm also human, not because I feel that, oh, I'm perfect or anything, of course not, or I feel that people feel I'm perfect. I know nobody feels I'm perfect because I try to be as real as possible. But one of the things, so that was exactly what informed this video. And so I'm going to really just talk a little bit about what has been going on with me lately and my frame of mind, and how I've been seeing things. In the beginning of the year 2019, to be honest, I was really excited, pumped about the year, and because from say September in 2018, I've been on this productivity journey that has taken me, that made me so much more productive. And I will share my productivity tips in the next video. That made me so much more productive. So I was very excited about the year 2019, and I was like, it wasn't just about, because I knew that it's not just about, oh, a new year, as if everything is all new and not whatnot, but it's a calendar change, but it's actually a significant change as well. So I was really excited about the year. And gradually, as the year progressed, say by the end of, say, January, I went from like this to like that, and I really don't know exactly what happened. Maybe it was because I was broke. I don't even know. But there were so many things that went wrong. And one of the things that started a significant difference was that I started a business in October thereabout. And when I started the business, I opened up an Instagram account. And truthfully, in 4 months, I was even surprised. Like in 4 months, I had so many, not so many, but a handful of clients in the last, as per the time frame which I started the business. And sometimes even my husband talks to me and say, even when they started business, they did not even have this kind of clients initially. People call to inquire, and the fact that they're even calling to inquire means that they're noticing you, for someone that is just starting. Then by this January, it's like everything just shut off, and I was like, what's happening? So, and initially I was not fazed by it because I knew that, of course, there are times and seasons and things that happen and whatnot. But gradually it started getting to me. It started getting to me seriously, and I was like, hey God, what's going to happen? And truthfully, And coupled with a whole number of other things, I started getting so depressed. Like, as in also, I know saying the word depressed is a very big word, and the truth is that I was getting depressed because coupled with the fact that I was extremely exhausted from taking care of my son, and sorry, it's very hot, and as I was extremely exhausted, right, from taking care of my son or whatnot. So with all of that, and it was so much, and I'm just literally like getting out of that phase, and I understand the purpose of challenges, and not to be too quick to solve the problem and whatnot, because it's actually growing me and teaching me basically in that phase to be able to pull through and to have that, what's the word, tenacity, right? I hope that's right. So I understand the purpose of challenges. So I wasn't in a hurry to let's rush through this and why. But at the same time, I was not so happy that I went from, what's that, fly. I wasn't so happy that I went from, just so happy about the year to, what's happening? Am I really even supposed to be doing this business? Like, can't I just do something else? What is, going from that to that was like, I didn't expect it, and I wasn't very happy about it. Then, and to be honest, this year, from the end of last year, I started doing a couple of devotionals on YouVersion, and they completely helped me. Devotionals completely helped me and, pushed me a lot further into studying the Word, knowing God more and whatnot. So because I share some of the things that I share, does not mean that I don't have doubts or I don't have my fair share of moments where I'm like, Lord, are you really listening to me? Doesn't mean that I don't have all that. But those devotionals helped me and pushed me further to learn more in the last months of 2018. So by 2019, when my church, they started this it's called Jesus Life School, and we did it for, I can't even tell, I think it was about a month, or 4 weeks, about a month, and we had 2 classes every week. And it was intense in the sense that, when you're in a class and it's not just about what you know and gaining more knowledge, but it's actually about the practicality and doing. And that was one of the things I loved about the class. It was more about actually doing things like Jesus did. So that's why it's called Jesus Life School. And there were assignments and deliverables and things that you had to do and submit and projects. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. But I have a slot if anybody else wants to join, just one slot from me. If anybody wants to join from me. So if you're interested, it's an online class. It happens on Zoom and it's actually very, very intense. If you're interested, you can send me a DM, send me a mail, so that you can connect with Life School. It's actually very, very interesting. And that was one of the amazing things that happened for me this year. I absolutely, absolutely loved it. Absolutely. If I could do it again, I will, because obedience to God is a continuous thing, and you have to be encouraged every day to do it, right? Then, one of the major things as well that has been happening to me lately, and is, like I said, since last September 2018, my productivity has shot off the roof, and it was majorly because I attended a training on creative lives, and that was where I saw these tips that I used to increase my productivity, and I said I'll share it in my next video. So major thing for me is the consistency with which I've been doing all things I've been doing. I have a lot. I'm a serial plenty things. I do many things. And sometimes people ask me, what do you do? I get so confused, like, okay, it depends on who I'm talking to. I'll be able to say, if I'm talking to a mom, I'll say, oh yeah, I'm a mom blogger, I have a blog, I have this, blah, blah, blah. If I see it's a business person, I'm a product photographer and whatnot. And it's like someone that wants to know about Christ and all of that. I'm like, I'm a YouTuber and I have videos online and blah, 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 blah. So I do other things, many other things. And I'm like, it's always a hassle, like, which one are you going to go for? Which one are you going to go for? But this year, I've been super consistent. Not as consistent as I would love to be, but I've been super consistent, more consistent. And the fact that I've been able to put up videos every week on this channel, despite my son and everything, wow. It has been very huge for me, and I know that it's in consistency that it pays. Consistency that everything makes sense, really, because if you're not consistent, ain't nobody gonna take you seriously. So it's inconsistency, and I would say that yes, I have been consistent. This is one of the things that I've been really, really glad about. And then another major thing is that I started homeschooling my son, and the thought process of having to actually homeschool in a country like Nigeria, where everybody, because of the nature of people's jobs and being a mom and whatnot, they take their children to school pretty early on because the mom has to go back to work after maternity leave and whatnot. But I was privileged enough to be able to work from home, and then I was like, okay, so why am I was ready to send my child to school. Actually, I'd done some school checking out and hopping and whatnot, but I discovered that before it was even time to start school, we had been doing a lot of activities at home or whatnot, and he's definitely some things that you wonder, where did he pick that up from, and he's learning. So I was like, if I could do this more intentionally, I can imagine how much more things he's going to learn and how he's going to enjoy his life, basically. And I'm like, why can't I just do homeschool? It's a whole lot of work, truthfully. And I talk about it on my mommy channel, and I'm not going to do that here, but that's part of the things I've been going through, the whole thought process of dwindling. Do I want to do this? Okay, yes, I want to do this. Do I want to do this? Yes, I want to do this. Do I want to do this? Yes, I want to do this. And because every day it's a different challenge every day, and these are one of the major things that I'm like, this year. So I just want to test me. But through it all, I'm super grateful. I'm really, really happy, and I'm not in any way sad. Of course, I have bouts of sadness sometimes, and I'm just a bit down in the dumps. I don't want to talk to anybody. But when you have a child, you have no choice. You have to shake it off and be there for your child. So that's been one of the greatest things that happened. So those are basically the things that have been happening to me this 2019, and it's just to really show that I'm also human, right? I'm a follower of Christ. I believe in God so much. I have my moments where I'm like, Lord, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? And I have those moments, but I am human. I'm not perfect in any way. I'm just hoping that, and why I use this channel is to make sure and to ensure that it sparks something in someone at least to really want to know more about Christ, to wonder, okay, why is this girl saying Christ all the time? Let me go and check. That's the purpose, is to birth that in you, to want to learn more, to want to know more about Christ. And that's why I do it, not because I feel I'm perfect so I can teach you and whatnot. I feel like I don't know anything. So and at the end of the day, it's not about knowledge, it's about doing and the action. So that's it, really. So I'm planning to I'll do my life lately, things that have been going on with me, regularly at the end of each month, as a reminder, right? As a reminder that I'm not perfect. I'm just following Christ. And I hope that you do too. So don't forget, it's all about Christ. It's none of us and none of him. See you in my next video where we'll talk about productivity. Bye-bye.